When you sign in, you have to choose other, and this is more for new teachers or maybe a refresher for if you haven't been to Discovery Ed for a while. And then on this logon page, this is where you do need your entire email address. If you can't remember your password, it becomes invalid after 1 year. If you can't or you can't remember your password, just click this lost your password link. You will enter your email, and then they will send you an email to reset your password. If you need to register, here is the registration link. If you are registering, I have one more screenshot. I just want to point out that under organization, you have to start typing in Pocatello and then choose it from the drop down. Once you get into SchoolNet, you'll see the Discovery Ed link, and let's go straight to Discovery Ed. So I'm going to show you my Discovery Ed login. Once you're logged in and your name's there, you have a couple options. At this point, you can come over to this My DE services and change it to Streaming Plus. So I'm just going to take a quick look at what's in Streaming Plus. And the first item is the streaming library, and this will take subjects and kind of break them down into different topics. So it's one way kind of searching and seeing what's highlighted. So let's go into science, and you can see there are, with item numbers, different categories that you can choose from. So, and throughout Discovery Ed, there are these interactives, images, games, assessments, course videos, and more. Another thing to point out in the Streaming Plus is this Common Core in the classroom. And this will give you lessons. So, and you drill in either math or ELA, choose your grade level, and select your strand. So I'll go informational text, key ideas. We'll choose this one. And notice it brought me now to a model lesson that has an overview session. Sometimes it has resource assessments in here as well, and resources. So just so you know that that is there. The top part of it, if I go back to my DE, it gives the regular login page, which has changed over time. If you haven't been in for a while, the look is a little different, but everything else is pretty much the same. So it gives their blog entries, a little highlight of global news. They've integrated their calendar feature here on this day and events and Twitter. So maybe some of that is going to be useful to you. This top part up here is the same no matter where you go. So, so let's take a look at search. To search, you can choose just a simple keyword. That's probably the most simple way to search, and then you could always narrow it down. If you go into advanced search, you can start off with a narrowed search, and it does give a few more ways to narrow than what's over here on the left. But let's say you do a narrow search, you see that you have 897 results, and maybe that's too much. So you really wanted perhaps to just listen to something. So we'll go over to audio, and here's then all of the audio items that you can play. You of course can search Sonnet 104, and this should come up. At this point, you could play it right here on the screen. You can add it to My Content, which is this place right up here, or you can assign it. And once I click on it, now you can also download it. And this works the same for images, for videos, for any of it. Once you click on the title, you can get the choice to download. So when I click the download option, then I can click download here. I guess it is a little different with video, and then I can save. With video, it's going to ask you about the player, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. So, oh, one thing that I really like about this in the details, for everything, it gives the citation. So you can, or I guess we use MLA. Anyway, so let's go back over here. Let's say I do want to view, we'll change the type, and let's say I just want an image. If you haven't checked out the images, they're pretty remarkable. Some really high quality stuff, especially the art images. Here's one, for example, then that I could use, and I can download it at a variety of sizes. So, and again, the details are there that talk about or for the citation and other information here. For the videos, just to point out, let's go ahead and bring up a video. So when I take a look at this, notice it says full video here. It does give a breakdown of sections, so I can choose just a section to download. So if I click on that one section, now I can download. And when I go to download, here's what I was wanting to show you, where you can decide on the download setting, and it's recommended, since we're a Windows environment, to use Windows and 256K. It's fine. So, and then once you save that setting, it should stay with you. Now you can download, and it'll save, or save it wherever. You could put it on a flash drive, put it in wherever, Moodle, play it on your desktop. If the item had a closed caption, there'd be a second column of closed caption, and in that event, you need to download both files of closed captioning and the video file, and do not change the name of it because they work together. So you want to download both if you're using closed captioning. The other things I want to point out is when you do bring up a video, do check out what else is there. Often there's other items. So here's original text. Sometimes they're teacher guides, quizzes. If it's part of a series, it'll show the rest of them. And there's always this more to explore, which will show you other items in Discovery Ed that are related. So it looks like that was just, I guess BBC came up, but and again, the details are there, so you can see what the description is. Okay, so let's say you you know that you want this item, and you put it into My Content. My Content is your own space in Discovery Education that lets you organize, so you don't have to keep repeating your searches. So you can create a new file. You can put folders, you can create a new folder. You can put folders inside of folders too. So I have ninth grade English selected, but I'm going to make a separate folder and call it just Shakespeare. And now I can put my video. Now that I have that selected, I can add that Shakespeare video to my Shakespeare folder. So next time I log in, if I go back to my front page, next time I log in and go to My Content, I'll, inside my ninth grade English, have my Shakespeare folder, and now I can do whatever I want with my video, including play or delete. So there are other items here, the Builder tool and Class Manager, that we don't in the next 3 minutes have any time for. But I do want to point out, in professional development, everything that I'm talking about today can be found in the Discovery Ed Basics. And if you wanted to learn more about the Builder tools and Classroom Manager, here's tools and features. This help bring you to the same menu of items that you can search for. And there's a lot of on-page help here. The last thing that I want to show you is in the Teacher Center. There's some really cool items. I think they get overlooked because most people just search up here, but there are some other things, such as the calendar, which gives you a categories for historical events on today's date. So they're little nice to know items, so you can always use those as well. And let me go back to the Teacher Center. The other one that I thought was kind of cool in here is the thematic unit, which is topics, again, broken into themes and put together for you, so you might want to check out that thematic focus. And another item, especially for social studies and English teachers too, that the interactive map, you should check that out. Okay, so let's say I want to search for a video and download it so that way I don't have to be logged in. Um, I'm going to choose Common Core. We'll go English. Okay, and I'm going to drill in. Go craft it structure. And any way that you get to this video, it doesn't matter if it's up at the top in the general search or not. Okay, so again, the plus will put it in your quick list at the bottom, which you can play from, or you can add it to your content, so that way it's stored in Discovery Ed in your organization of folders. Or if you just click the video, so all I did was click on the image. If you click the video and you want to download, this will show you the settings as well as, oh good, here's one where it's closed caption. So now you can download the entire thing at the top, or notice it's broken up into segments below it. So if you wanted everything, just click download here. And again, if you wanted the closed captioning file, you have to download it and store them together. So then you just click download, save file, and say OK. And do pass the word out that this is content that we have available to us from the state. It's state provided. And have a great day, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining.